anything as we progress to technology. And the fucked up part is that none of this is new. There's been no way to get away with anything for quite some time. So people have been doing backroom dealings and all sorts of corruption and favors for favors and all this stuff because they know who's guilty. They know right out the gate, they know who's guilty. There is no way to commit these crimes of this age. There is no corner in Chicago that doesn't have a camera on it, So that's really what they mean when they say climate change. So that shit had me pretty fucking shook. And then they're also using a whole bunch of people to trick on each other. And in the olden days, before internet and all this stuff, you just didn't go home for a few days or you kept where you lived private. There's none of that now. Like people, even if you don't check in yourself, someone else will check you in or someone else that will say they saw you there or whatever. There's 1,000,001 ways to track someone's GPS. It's very, 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 very easy to be affected adversely by what's going on. And I wrote a blog on my Merciful Storm blog post called Why the Use of Criminal Informants is Both Unethical, Immoral, as well as Ineffective. Something along those lines was the title. You can go there and see it. It's a Wix space, Merciful Storm blog. And it's one of the very first blog posts that I wrote after 2019 and everything that went on during that time. But that's basically what's going on right now. And that's why these people are moving around so frequently and why jobs are not stable anymore and why most of these jobs that are quick and easy to learn have such a high turnover rate. It's not because people aren't doing a good job. It's not because people don't know how to do those jobs. People are being moved around almost automatically, almost algorithmically. So it's wild. It makes no sense at all to me. Out of everyone in the world, out of every career, profession, everything, where I could have ended up or where I am right now, there is no coincidence. There are no coincidences. Like I'm here with intention, and it wasn't necessarily my own intention. So anyways, I was just thinking about that before bed, as well as a few other things. But I wanted to just leave that here. Xavier says, quote, wokeism is illegal, end quote.
Wokeism is illegal.
I don't know what that means. I don't even know what wokeism is, but I do know that I live here in my apartment. I pay over $1,000 a month for a small studio apartment. I also pay for a car payment and work anywhere from 8 to 14 hours in a day. If you include, what else I do for work, everything with my child, and the beginning of my day to the end of my day is typically about that, Now, if you are me and you know that all you do with your time and your life is work and work and work and work and work, and you're trading time for money, because that's what we all do at some point or another, skills, for money, etc., and so forth. And for a fact that you have the skills that are worth way more than starving man wage, but yet you're sitting here scratching your head as you look at what you have left over in the bank after tons of, adversity and whatnot. And then it turns out that your paycheck is being skimmed by people who have no fucking skills. No skills. Their skills, their claims to fame is that they have a little bit more authority because they've been involved in drama for longer than you have, And so they have a little bit more authority, seniority, whatever you want to refer to it as. And so now you as an expert are supposed to be getting paid $10,000, but by the time it finally gets to you, after it passes through the hands of all the people above you, it's $200. And you just fed 35 other people, and you're getting paid the lowest out of everybody. That is not the fucking way it's supposed to be. On top of that, the sexual assault with no police interference, no follow-up, no acknowledgement, that is not the way it's supposed to be. So artificial intelligence is going to have to step in eventually, and I'm beginning this 28-day mastery course of the top 28 apps in development currently, or that are already developed and in circulation with regards to AI and various other topics. So I'm super stoked about that. Really, really excited to be learning those things. I'm only investing 20 minutes a day to learn these things, and then probably, listen to audiobooks or something like that. But yeah, that's what I'm closing the night with. There's been a whole bunch of repetition from the 2019 to the 2022 time over the last several weeks and months. I've asked about 100,000 times for them to please stop. I don't know what the fuck they want from me, and I barely survived it the last time, whatever the fuck it was. So if they could stop it now, that'd be great. The sooner the better. But anyways, I have a visit with my 14-month-old tomorrow at the office, which is very far away, and it is 11:30. I also have some other business to tend to after that, and then I need to work probably another 8 to 10 hours, and then Saturday I need to work during the day and then also in the evening. So I'm gonna get off of here and get some rest, but there's a whole bunch of stuff that I need to shoot, a whole bunch of content. And I've been trying to replace my laptop that was stolen from outside of Xavier's father's house about 2 years ago, for about 2 years, with no luck. So I saw that there was this person, they were on parole, they had just gotten out of prison, they applied for the Apple Card and they were approved. They served a 5-year sentence in prison, they applied for the Apple Card and they were approved. So I thought, I'll apply for the Apple Card, I will get myself a new MacBook, I owe it to myself to get started again on my content creation and selling graphic design and making money with blogging and influencing in the sense of commissions on paid commission sites. All of it is kind of possible from a handheld device like a cell phone, but not really. And your cell phone has a very limited amount of storage. So the best bet to go for any of that type of stuff is to get a laptop. So I'm trying to replace the laptop. I apply for the Apple Card and lo and behold, I get denied the opportunity to have an Apple Card. So I'm really upset and torn up about that. I'm super confused as to how someone coming out of prison from a 5-year sentence can get approved for that. And the person got a MacBook Air, which is like more expensive than the regular one, with a ton of memory and a pair of AirPods and a couple of other things. And I'm just there like watching like, wow, I've been employed since I was 14 years old. I have 4 children. My credit score is a 630 or something like that. Why the fuck? I've never had a credit card in my life. Never, not once, ever. I had one of those secure prepaid cards. I've never had a credit card. I owe no money for credit. I have no credit card debt. Why would they be denying me? So I'm going to have to take another route to get a new laptop. But in the meantime, I'll keep on doing what I'm doing. And the goal, as always, is to buy my children a house, buy myself a house, and be together with my family. And that's the why, and that's the goal. And those are the thoughts for the evening. I hope you guys have a good night, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.